Right guys, we are back for video number 2 with Tyler. So you already know him from the last one where we went through his story, which I've told you is an inspiration. And we're now just going to get into the nitty gritty, going to do a push session. So yeah, like this, how does this fall in your normal split? Do you have similar?
Yeah, similar split. Yeah. So again, similar to yours, I did pull yesterday. Cool. I think you did as well. Yeah. Push today. Cool. There might be a bit difference in poundages that we shift.
I don't know, like, I'm going to like put the excuses out there. Like, I'm weak on push, but it'll be good. Like, I don't train with people terribly often, and I'm quite stingy with my time when it comes to training, but Tyler obviously used to train at his gym. He's a pro through and through, and it doesn't matter what category you are as a pro, the fucking intensity's there, and he's probably going to bring more out of me today, which is going to be great, and hopefully I can add the same to him. So we're going to start with calves, and then we're going to get into today's chest focus push. We'll take it from there, guys.
One of the questions that people asked a lot over the years was, what's the difference in like training principles between going from open to men's physique? And I say there is none. It doesn't change. It's like I still change with the same mentality now as I did as an open bodybuilder. Yeah, I can't shift the sort of weight that I used to, you know, 7-8 years ago, but you know, but my approach to training is exactly the same.
Well, like, this is the thing. I'm not stopping bodybuilding like the way that
that's the
Amy has, or like, I'm not
and I'll be the same.
Downsize per se. Just not looking for ever off season again. So I'm going to keep like drugs in as high as I can while being as healthy as I can. So you know, I can't really see myself going over a gram. Ever like in the future. So I think with that, I should be able to hold for a couple of years around about 300 quite nicely, looking quite good. And I think then I'll probably be in a position where, because for me it's like the mental detachment from suddenly, not suddenly, but even when I'm 350 I don't feel like the big guy. So the thought of being like 300, my head's going to be like all over the shop. Obviously I want to focus more on fitness and things like that, to give myself a little side quest and such, but yeah, I think if I can sit at 300, look good year round, like photo shoot ready for like silver back and things like that, I'll be happy. And then kind of see from there. But it's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it, like as a challenge, and to document it as well. Just that
was one of the biggest things I had to deal with, was realising that I'm not going to be as big as I used to be. You know, because obviously I you know, never like went to your weights, but I touched like 295. You know, I could hold 280 all day long without even thinking about it. And then to realise that the biggest I'm probably going to push is like 250.
Again, it's sort of different for you because that was like snatched away. At least mine, I suppose, is like I've had however long to contemplate and like,
sort of adjust to it.
Not that it'll make it easy, but it's on my terms a lot more, I think.
Yeah, of course,
So before me and Tyler get stuck into the nitty gritty of the heavy pressing, I think one interesting thing that's worth noting is, and I've seen it already on the first 2 movements, obviously we're both experienced trainers, but the way we perform exercises is going to be slightly different. And the reason I think that's important is, you know, you're going to watch coaches online, bodybuilders, influencers online, doing things a certain way. That doesn't necessarily mean you should look exactly like them. Now granted, I can assure you that like on laterals, me and Tyler have the same cues, that are driving the elbows out, on the pec deck, driving the biceps together. But the way that's going to visually look, due to, you know, joint structure, limb length, etc., is going to be different. So just consider that, so you don't end up forcing yourself to perform a movement based on how someone else looks like they're doing it, and go more by how you feel doing it and how well you connect on it.
Which loading point do you go for?
I keep it simple, just go on 1.
Just go neutral,
mainly because it's a fucking faff to write down otherwise.
Yeah.
Nearly died. It's that look when you trip over, and like you look at it as if it's its fault. Like,
Yeah.
What are you doing, man?
Who put that there?
Yeah.
Let's go. Come on.
Juice.
Come on, let's get it. Come on, Josh. Push.
Power last Monday.
Yeah. He's put some size back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's strong as fuck as well.
He is really strong, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he just sort of like went through the motions with me because I knew that he could push harder than that.
Yeah. I think he's doing what like not what I want to do in terms of like, I don't quite want to be as busy as him ever.
Yeah, no,
but like post bodybuilding, that's like my focus to like especially stay really like in it is to train with more clients.
Right, okay.
Because I don't train with clients. I had a guy message me, quite a new one as well.
Yeah.
The other day, and he was like, "Fancy a session, bro?"
Right.
I was like, I left him a voice note. I was like, "I don't want to sound like a dick, mate."
Yeah.
Because I'm my last year as a professional bodybuilder.
Yeah.
It means a lot.
Yeah.
And like,
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
because
it
it can distract from your training
as
well.
It just depends. Like there's probably like 3 clients who I'll train with if I ask. And to be fair, he would be one of them if I get to know him a bit better. Because in terms of his shape, he's tall, he's an ex-powerlifter.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be too much, but like until I know what he's like with punctuality is my thing.
Yeah, of course.
I've had clients before, they'll be like, I'll train, and they'll be like, I'll start at 3.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, I'm going to be like 20 minutes late. I'm like, well, I'm going to start.
Yeah.
And then I'll turn up and I'll be fucking angry as shit.
Yeah, that's the only problem. I mean, like we joke about it, we call it Callum timing.
Right.
And it's like, I know if he says to me 1 o'clock, he's not going to be there till like 1:45.
Right.
So it's trying to time your food and everything else. Because normally I think, right, if we're going to train at 1, I'm going to eat at 12. By the time 1:45 comes, I'm like, mate, I want to eat again.
Yeah. I'm so pernickety with time.
Yeah.
Like it's drilled into me.
Yeah.
I remember like back when Jamie used to train with Kuba every now and again, there was Kuba time.
Yeah.
And that was like an hour and a half later than like, I just couldn't handle it.
No, if you've got, especially if you've got, we all have goals.
Yeah.
But obviously, and I wouldn't say anybody's goal is more important than anybody else's, but as you work your way up the levels, obviously we start to take it more seriously than, maybe a first timer would or someone else. And it's like, you've got to keep to it all the time.
And some people get it, some people don't. And if you don't, it's just a recipe for like conflict, which I'm not a fan of.
Yeah. Come on, mate. Come on. Get those reps, mate. Drive. There we go.
I can't wait to prep now. It's been that long, but like, I just like, I don't feel like I look like a bodybuilder until like the tail end of prep.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like, I was looking back at photos and I was like, oh, okay, I do look like I have got it in me to look decent.
Yeah. I think that's just that strange part of our brains.
Yeah.
Because like even now at like 6.5 weeks out, I'm still not happy.
Fat.
Like, you know what I look like.
Yeah, it is mental. Like, people don't get it. Like, I think the other day I was in the change room doing a video, and I said, oh, like I feel like I think I just said offhand, like, oh, I'm fat and hairy.
Yeah.
And then we finished filming, and the guy like who's getting changed was like, you're fat. And I was like, comparative, like it's just like in your own head.
Yeah.
You know where you're like your realms are. Yeah, like to a normal person.
Yeah.
No.
That's
like,
only because we know what lean
yeah, and that's it.
feels like, you know.
And these are the things I'm scared of, because like I've experienced such extremes of shredded to big.
Yeah.
What happens when I'm just in the middle all the time?
Yeah.
But I'm hoping, like, because I've documented all this, and probably for the last however many videos I've just been bitching about how much I hate life. Yeah. I'm just going to watch this back when I feel like, oh, maybe I want to get big again.
Yeah. Go on, Josh, squeeze them out.
So that is us done for push.
Good session that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always intrigued because like volume's thrown around a lot,
Yeah.
but I always find that so individual. Like I don't really pay. Sometimes I'll see like guys online listing what they're doing. I'm like, fucking hell, that's a lot. Fucking hell, that's not a lot.
Yeah.
And obviously all great physiques. So how does that compare to what you would maybe do?
To be fair, that's probably only about 15-20 minutes longer than what I'd normally train for.
Yeah.
But volume's fairly similar, to be honest.
Yeah.
We've probably done like one more working set today than what I normally would.
Yeah.
But again, I'm a bit like yourself. I feel like I can keep going and going all the time. Like even now, after this, I feel like we could throw in something else. But it's just having that sort of like inner voice to just keep it reined in a bit.
Like more isn't better. Like volume is something that you can play with, and maybe you should at certain points. I think what Tyler said is massively important, because he's 6.5, 7 weeks out.
Yeah.
So if he was just to drive volume on and on and on, all he's going to do is risk losing some muscle, going flat as shit. And obviously, in the long run,
I just run the tank empty, and then you're trying to refill it again. And
I think on the flip side of that, for me, obviously coming off the back of an off season, all I'm going to do by doing more volume is just get more fatigued, and then after I don't have to fill up, but I'll need to take some extra rest. So then it's like that sort of training run gets broken up a little bit. But
yeah, definitely.
That's cool, man. Really good. Thanks for coming. We're going to have a little sneak peek at Tyler, because I'm fat and hairy. You've seen me recently. It's no fun. We'll go see a real physique now.
I'm flat and smooth.
No, he's not.